2 years ago, I did something that I never thought I would do. I pulled my kids out of a private Montessori school. And that was the year that my business grew to almost $1 million. I know that sounds backwards. I started homeschooling and my business revenue went up, but there's actually a reason that happened. If you're a mom that feels that tug in your heart every time you have to drop your kids off at school, this video's for you. Back then, everything looked normal from the outside. School, daycare, work, rush, repeat. But behind the scenes, we were definitely struggling. My daughter was getting ready to start kindergarten, so I started checking in on her progress at school. Her teachers swore that she knew all of her letters through W. And so one day I sat down with her and I just kind of checked what she knew. And it turned out that she could not identify not even one letter, not even A. And on top of that, she would beg me every single morning, "Mommy, please don't make me go to school. I really wanted to stay home with you." And so my heart was breaking every day. She wasn't happy. She wasn't making progress with school. And she was starting to slip through the cracks. For my son, daycare was just too much for his little body. He had already been hospitalized with RSV, and he spent 8 days in the hospital with his oxygen level in the 70s. And after that, he was just sick constantly, like he never could fully recover. And because I'm on immunosuppressants from my condition, every single bug they brought home hit me twice as hard. So every day, I was exhausted, inflamed, and basically sick all the time. And then came the moment that changed everything. My daughter was having blood sugar issues, so at the time, she was wearing a continuous glucose monitor. I was on a business trip when her monitor started going off constantly. She was just dipping into the 50s over and over. At first, I didn't understand why this was happening, but later I realized something that I'll never forget. Her blood sugar wasn't unstable from what she was eating. It was unstable because of the stress that she was under from being away from me. So given that, and all of the other things that we were experiencing at the time, I finally decided that our life wasn't sustainable anymore. So I did something that I never planned to do. I pulled them out of school. And I didn't do this blindly. I'm a planner, so I immediately purchased some homeschooling curriculum, and from there, we had a path and structure for moving forward. I wasn't trying to be a perfect mom by doing this. I just wanted to really be present for them. And then everything shifted. With just 15 minutes to 30 minutes a day, my daughter was reading 3-letter words. She knew all of her letters. And this was the little girl who couldn't recognize A just a couple months prior. Her blood sugar stabilized, she was not stressed anymore, and all day she spent doing crafts, creating things, singing, dancing, and I know she was finally really happy. At the same time, my son stopped getting sick, he stopped needing antibiotics, he stopped having asthma flares, and his little body has finally had time and room to heal. And as a cherry on top, with them not going to school anymore, they stopped bringing home illnesses to me. So I even felt better. That year, we actually lived. We spent almost an entire month in Florida between 2 separate 2-week trips. We went to California multiple times, and it wasn't because we had a bunch of money. It was because we finally had time. We weren't sick anymore. We weren't busy with school. We weren't exhausted. We weren't overwhelmed anymore. For the first time in a really long time, we felt like a family again because we saw each other for more than just the couple hours in the evening before bed. And I want to mention a little side perk to not having to pay for school anymore. I took their tuition that I was previously paying to the school and I put it into them instead. I put them in piano, ukulele, musical theater, dance, soccer, basically anything that they were interested in. we had the money now to be able to put them into those things. So I was spending the same money, but getting an entirely different outcome that's gonna benefit them for the rest of their lives. And here's the thing I didn't see coming. Having my kids home every day forced me to stop trying to do everything myself in my business. If something needed me, it became my absolute top priority to delegate that out so that it didn't cut into the time that I now dedicated to my kids. And ironically, that's what pushed my business forward. That is what allowed my business to hit almost $1 million that year. I didn't pull my kids out of school to grow my business. I did it because it is what they needed and because the life that we were all living was breaking us. But choosing them didn't ruin my business. It healed them, it healed me, and my business ended up growing as a result. So if you feel that same tug in your heart when you have to drop your kids off at school, the one that I felt every single day, I really hope this video helped you. And if you are experiencing anything similar to this, please share in the comments. And if you want to see how I run my business without losing my peace, my health, or my time with my kids, that video is coming soon. Thanks.